Frito-Lay has been a part of our community for years, producing some of America's favorite snacks. Frito-Lay is growing their team right now, hiring for Ruth sales. Frito-Lay benefits include industry-leading health and retirement plans. Frito-Lay also offers a competitive salary with lots of opportunity for advancement within the company. Go to FritoLayEmployment.com to apply. Frito-Lay. We're going places. Join us.
Hey everyone, my name is Cassie, and on Once Upon a Time in Springfield today, my dad and I will be talking about Season 3, Episode 14, Homer Alone. Okay, Dad, start the intro.
She's Cassie.
My dad's like Homer because he always goes out and buys us donuts.
He's Chris.
Cassie used to be a lot like Maggie when she was a baby. She never gave up her pacifier.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a wonderful evening of theater and picking up after yourselves.
This is Once Upon a Time in Springfield, a Simpsons review show from the point of view of a dad and his daughter.
From now on, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Here they are, Cassie and Chris.
In this episode, when Marge goes to a local spa, she leaves Bart and Lisa with Patty and Selma, and Maggie with Homer.
What the hell was that?
So, since my dad's not here right now, aka eating gumballs, my mom's here with me, and she's gonna say the chalkboard gag.
Well, hi. Thank you, first of all, for having me on your special show, Once Upon a Time in Springfield. I'm a big fan. And I will talk about the chalkboard gag. It was Bart up in front of the classroom, of course, and he was writing out, "I will not spank others."
Okay.
I really want to know what led up to that. Who was he spanking, Cassie?
No clue.
Millhouse, probably.
Yeah.
He probably was just spanking his best friend. Yeah. He got in trouble for it.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. That's silly.
Do you want me to say the couch gag or do you?
Why don't you go ahead and tell us the couch gag?
Okay, so this is one we've seen before, and it is where they all sit down and it's a pyramid, and Maggie's on top going, "Pasa."
Yeah, with her arms all stretched out like she's the star on top of the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So that's one they've used before, huh?
Yeah.
I've never seen that one before, but I guess I haven't watched all the episodes like you have.
I mean, we're only on Season 3, Episode 14.
I know, you guys are really pretty deep in already. I mean, there is like 75 more seasons to go, but whatever.
Yeah, and it's been a year.
Dang, I can't believe it. Wow, you're like old now.
Yeah.
You were like a really young child when you started this.
I mean, I was just 9.
Oh, and now you're 10.
Well, let's just start talking about the episode.
Okay, let's do it.
You're all nuts.
So in the beginning of the episode, it starts out kind of like an old Looney Tunes where Homer is actually chasing Bart.
And it like says who they are.
Right. It's like
really
Bart
funny.
was like Bartimus Maximus or something weird, and Homer was some sort of Homer sapien or something like that. That was pretty silly. Obviously, a lot of chaos happening in the Simpsons household.
For sure. Then, next, Maggie not letting go of her pacifier after Marge just cleaned up a lamp, and she will not let her give her bottle to her.
Right. She's also kind of throwing a little fit.
Yeah, but Marge makes her take it out by saying, "You can suck on your pacifier whenever you want when you grow up."
Which is kind of sort of a lie, I think. But, you know, what do babies know?
Yeah.
So basically, Marge is doing everything for everyone. And now I'm realizing why you invited me to guest host this episode with you.
Actually,
It's about moms.
You can say it that way. Totally planned this. Totally.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, it feels really fitting. So Marge is basically doing everything for everyone, as a good mama does, although an overworked mama as well. And the kids seem to get into some trouble as well that are kind of leading up to Marge just not feeling good. Remember when they missed the bus?
Yeah, she was like, "Guys, the bus is here, go out." And
They're like, "We'll
"You're
never
gonna
miss
the
it."
bus." And Bart says, "But we never miss it." And they walk outside and it starts driving away. And they're
Of
like,
course they do.
"Well, great."
And that means she's got to add that on top of her list of all the things that she's got to get done,
She's
right?
still gotta like watch Maggie the whole time, go pick up groceries, then pick out the stuff in the sandwiches.
Yeah, she's got to make everyone's lunches. She's got to pick up dry cleaning, and then
probably drive Homer to work.
well, then remember Homer even like wants her to go and fix his bowling ball or something
yeah,
there's
because there's a bottle
bottle cap stuck in the hole. Oh.
Marge, can you take my ball to Nick's today? A bottle cap got lodged in a finger hole.
I'm running late as it is. Can't you just use one of the balls at the alley?
Oh, alley balls.
All right, don't whine. Just put it in my left hand.
She really has a lot to do. So what ends up happening with Mama Marge?
That was actually a good way to say it. Okay, so she's now on this bridge, and there's a bus behind her, and it's honking its horn because she's going slow, and then she turns to the side and stops.
Right, so basically she snaps. She just has a moment where everything she was hearing on the radio was making her annoyed. And then she was thinking back to the kids and just being nagged all day and having to do everything for everyone. And she just decides that's it. If I'm going to snap, everyone's going down with me. And she blocks traffic on the Simpson Memorial Bridge.
This is Arnie Pie with Arnie in the Sky. We've got big problems on the Springfield Memorial Bridge, people.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because then Homer is at work and he says, what do you...
He sees it happening on the TV,
yeah,
right?
And he like makes fun of her, and then the window rolls down and he's like, dope.
That's my wife. Uh-oh. And then everybody kind of laughs at him like, it's your wife that's being crazy.
No, they all said dope.
Oh, did they all?
Yeah.
Oh,
They were all,
I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah, well, he said dope, and they all went, ooh.
Deep trouble.
Well, so in the middle of everything happening, of course, Homie runs to the site to go and try. Well, I'm figuring because it's Marge episode. Tries to run over there and figure out what to do, how to get Marge out of the car.
And he grabs the styrofoam. What is it called?
A megaphone?
Yeah, the megaphone. He goes,
Hello?
Homer, is that you?
What should I say?
Well, how about yes, it's me?
Yes, it's me.
I'll tell her you love her.
I love you very much. Look, Marge, I can tell something's bothering you. But if you come out of that car, I promise to do whatever it takes to make it better. Please, honey.
Okay.
Anyway, he ends up getting her out of the car, right?
yeah. And unfortunately, she gets arrested.
Ugh.
Not good.
Cover boy.
But the cool thing is the mayor sees that as an opportunity to make himself look good. So he gets her out of jail and gives her her own day. It's Marge Day.
Wait, what? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so that's why she got out of jail right away. And at the end of the day, they're back in bed. And Homer's like, well, I guess this all ended okay. And she's like, because it wasn't. She was still upset.
Yeah, I would be upset. Would you?
Oh, totally. Are you kidding me? If everybody started ignoring everything I was doing and I didn't feel, wait a minute, that's now.
Bro,
Just
I
kidding.
hope you put away the
Bro. Just kidding with you.
I hope you put away the groceries at least.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Maggie. So what ends up happening that makes Marge want to get away?
I feel like in every show this happens. She'll be like talking and then they'll be like, do you need to go to a spa? A nice relaxing one that you can have your own time? She's like, yes, then come here.
To Rancho Relaxo, where you can't spell relaxo without relax.
Remember, you can't spell relaxo without relax.
I think everyone should remember that commercial that way.
So she decides she's going to go to the spa. And what happens to the kids?
Ooh, this happens. They get stuck with Patty and Selma. No one wants that to happen. They eat tongue sandwiches.
Ooh, they do have to eat tongue sandwiches. So Bart and Lisa both go to stay with the sisters.
Because
Maggie was very smart.
She held onto the door. and Lisa was like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. And so she ends up having to stay at the house with
Homer.
Leading to the episode being called Homer Alone. So now he's got to be taking care of Maggie, which he's not that good at.
Not at all. He can't even change her diaper.
Oh my gosh, it was pretty bad. There were some parts in there where where he's trying to feed her and then he ends up eating all of her food. He at one point lays down for a nap and then wakes up, and Maggie has been laying under him the whole time, and she's flattened like a piece of paper.
And he pulls her little piece of hair, her head.
I guess it would be her head hair.
Her head hair, and it like completely makes her head go big again.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So anyway, Maggie is upset, obviously, that Mommy's gone.
Mom.
So what happens with Maggie?
She leaves at the middle of the night without going to sleep after looking at Marge's photo on the side of her bed. Leaves, and yeah.
Poor baby. She wants Mommy. Nope, nobody's like Mommy.
No one.
Aw.
No offense, Dad.
I like stories.
So at the end of the show, Homer goes and finds out that Maggie is actually gone, realizing like, he was supposed to feed her at 9 a.m. and he goes, come on, Maggie, it's time for your 9 a.m. feeding. And he looks at his watch and it's 11:45. And she's
to be exact, it's 11:42.
Okay, there you go. And it is, I was rounding. And she's not in her crib. She is missing.
Not good at all.
So where did Maggie end up going?
Maggie ended up on the roof of this muffin place.
Well, she went to kind of a lot of places first, though, looking for, remember, she kept seeing bushes, and she kept seeing things that looked like her mommy's hair. So she would follow all these different things.
Yeah, and it was very sad.
Oh, I know. She ended up going all the way to the mall by herself. Like, did no one notice there was a baby in the mall?
That's what Aiden said. He's literally just walked by.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But they find her on the roof of this place, and they're like, don't jump, you have so much to live for. And she's like sleeping up there.
Yeah, she's not even paying attention. So it's kind of funny because while the episode began with Marge having a moment where she was on the news, it ends with Maggie having a moment where she's on the news as well.
Yeah.
But you know, Marge, all the while, she has no idea that any of this stuff is happening. In fact, she did exactly what I would have done. She sat there in a bath. She realized that she can order anything she wants from this spa.
After the TV talked to her.
Yet again. What is it, Troy McClure? He gets on there. He's like, this is going to be your favorite role for me. I'm going to tell you about your hotel. And he's there, and she orders cheesecakes and pies and a bottle of tequila.
Hello, room service? This is Marge Simpson. I'd like a hot fudge sundae with whipped cream and some chocolate chip cheesecake and a bottle of tequila.
That's definitely what you would do. But you would buy everything with low carbs.
No, thank you, babe. You're right. Maybe if I was splurging, I'd have a little carbs.
Maybe if you weren't on this diet.
True. Well, if I'm going to a spa, probably not going to be on a diet.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now. So Homer's now trying to figure out a way to explain to Marge that he cannot find the baby. Remember this?
Yeah.
Marge, Maggie was very young. It's not like we got so attached to her.
Anyway, yeah. So he was talking to himself, thinking of all the ways that he was going to try to make this up to Marge. But of course, thankfully.
And she said for all the kids to be there.
Yeah, to go and pick her up.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then Chief Wiggums shows up at the door. And what does he have?
He has Maggie and is like, are you the person that had the missing kid report? And he's like, yeah. And he asks, can you describe her? And he's like, yeah.
You the man who reported the lost baby?
Yes.
Can you describe her?
She's small. She's a girl.
Bingo!
Oh, Maggie!
That's all he needed for the description. It could have been somebody else's kid.
It was a girl.
Yeah, and of course they were like, yeah, but you got child endangerment charges. And then he's like, starts kissing Chief Wiggum. Homer starts kissing him. It's like, I love you, thank you so much, you brought back my baby. And the chief goes, okay, never mind. And he drops the charges. Well, it all ends well because they all end up back together. The kids are finally home, and the one thing that they all realize is how much they really love Marge, right?
Yeah.
And how does this episode end? All 5 of them in the bed. Super cute episode, I have to say.
Come on, I got a body in the trunk.
What was your favorite part, Cass?
My favorite part has to be the tongue sandwich.
Ew.
I know it's gross, but like it's kind of funny because they're like, but I don't like the crust on it. And also, it's a tongue.
It's a tongue sandwich.
That's what they're thinking in their head. But reality, they're like, you guys haven't touched your tongue sandwich.
They're like, ugh. And the kids keep doing that noise.
They shiver. Like,
It's gross. My favorite part of the show had to be when Marge ordered everything, and tequila.
And a bottle of tequila.
Were there any characters that were introduced in this episode?
No,
I don't think any new ones, huh?
Yeah, no.
Troy McClure's been on plenty of episodes and stuff like that. Of course, I don't think we've ever seen the Rancho Relaxo.
Probably not, because
so that might be a new place that was introduced, but not a character.
Yeah.
Okay, so who was your favorite character this episode?
My favorite character has to be Maggie.
Same.
Okay, wait, why is Maggie your favorite character?
Okay, my favorite character is Maggie because I feel like she went through the most in this episode, realizing how much she loves her mommy. Like, she not only realized that she wanted to be at her house, so she demanded it by holding onto that door. She hung out with her dad long enough to realize that daddy doesn't do what mommy does. And then she went on a long journey to try to find her mommy.
You know, it's funny. As you said, daddy never does what mommy does. I look back and see dad's playing Mario Kart instead of looking at the computer doing his work.
Don't judge me.
Yeah, your work should be sitting over here where I'm at.
Yeah, well, he has his other computer there, right?
So why is Maggie your favorite character?
Maggie's my favorite character probably because the reason you said, and also because when she was just on the roof taking a nap, they were like, you have so much to live for, don't jump.
And that's very Cassie. That's a very Cassie move. What, I was just taking a nap.
No, I'd be eating ice cream on the roof.
Yeah, you would definitely have snacks if you were hiding on a roof. Okay, so what is our takeaway from this episode? Did we learn anything?
Oh my gosh, do you want me to say this?
I think we really should have you say it.
Don't neglect mom.
Yeah, and her feelings. And if you notice that mom's run down, then maybe you shouldn't go nagging to her the whole time. Or dads. This could be a dad or mom kind of episode because dad does a lot around our house, so it could be both ways.
Yeah.
Well, let's give this a rating. That's what you do at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got something I'd like to say.
Okay, the ratings will be 10. Do you want to see the ending?
Yeah. Okay, I'll pick one. 10 half-eaten bagels dropped on the Springfield Memorial Bridge.
From a helicopter.
That's right. As they're doing reporting above Marge, stuck in traffic.
Yes.
Problems on the Springfield Memorial Bridge, people. Traffic going way back in both directions. And look out at the corner of 14th and Elm, because I just dropped my bagel.
It was a solid episode, really funny, and a lot of things that were learned in it. What do we do at the end here now?
Now we say bye.
Well, thank you so much, Cassie, for having me on your episode as a little guest fill-in for Dad.
No problem.
Can I do it again one day?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm in. Just invite.
Okay.
Send me a calendar invite.
Okay.
I'll see if it fits in my schedule.
Okay. Listen to her on 981 Conversate with us.
Oh,
We're
thanks,
actually
babe.
doing that after this.
Oh, yes,
then
we are.
Then go to Cobbler's Gulch. Actually,
You're plugging everything, girl. Look at you. You are a plug master. And we will catch you next time.
Bye.
I feel that way too.
That's the end of the show, everyone. I hope you like the show as much as Maggie likes her pacifier, or Homer likes his beer. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Go to thisisfunner.com to check out some really cool shows. And please, share it with a friend.
Everything really wrapped up nicely.
Thank you all for listening to Once Upon a Time in Springfield. Please go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. And don't forget to rate, review, and share the show with a friend.
Ugly dougly done.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we'll help you bundle your auto and home coverage, saving you money and time. Find us at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.